Governor Josh Stein now asking for $20 billion for Hurricane Helene recovery in western North Carolina, with the vast majority of that coming from the federal government. Capitol reporter Dina Harley and live now in Raleigh, where North Carolina lawmakers will soon consider how much they'll actually allocate. Dina?
Yeah, and we know that they are talking about giving $500 million toward recovery efforts. That is just half of what the governor asked of them. He asked the General Assembly here in North Carolina for $1 billion. This week, he's also asking the federal government for $19 billion.
Hey, I'm in the U.S. Senate, just left a meeting with Senators Tillis and Budd.
Governor Josh Stein in D.C. this week requesting $19 billion from the federal government for Hurricane Helene recovery in western North Carolina. The governor taking to X to explain.
We've asked for about $11 billion more than what we've received to date.
The request comes weeks after he asked the North Carolina General Assembly for $1 billion in recovery funding. House members will likely vote on a bill next week that would give $500 million, but they say they are open to funding more. Governor Stein says the state needs federal help, though, including an extension on FEMA reimbursements.
We've done about a third of the cleanup, and it's not that the work hasn't been being done. It's that the amount of cleanup that is needed in western North Carolina is without any precedent.
And to make sure the state gets every single federal dollar available, the governor is working closely with Republican Senators Tom Tillis and Ted Budd, who he says are on board with his request.
They are aligned with me in trying to make sure we get every resource that North Carolina should get to help folks get back in homes, to have their businesses supported, their downtowns revitalized.
And the House was actually planning to vote on that funding bill this week, but that winter storm we saw here in Raleigh kind of threw those plans out the window, and so they had to reschedule it, and that is why they are voting on it next week. Live in Raleigh, Dina Hartley, Queen City News.